So this next track, David, you want to tell them about this song?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind.
David Jacobe, everyone.
Well, this next song is called "The Recovery Room," which is off the. It is the title track off of my album. I wrote this song because I really was trying to figure out what it would be like to have a moment with Jesus. Like, what would that place be like? You know, we always imagine, like, what would that be like? And when I heard this song, God, I was like, God, I need a poet. And he gave me vocab, and I'm like, Lord, I hope she really wants to do this song. So when I contacted her about it, she actually was like, yes. And she didn't realize she was going to be doing both parts, both two verses. I said, I ain't doing no singing, background, you got it. But yeah, this is The Recovery Room.
It takes a humble man to say, I'm going to give you my title track and just let you just go on it. And, you know, it's funny because I wrote one poem and then I was like, what if he doesn't like this one? Let me just write a second one just in case. He was like, you're going to do both of them. And we're going to extend the track. He literally said, we're extending the track so you could do both poems. So I feel really blessed that he allowed me to. And after this, we're going to, you know, shake it up a little bit, do something a little different. You're like, there's a lot of gospel. Yes, because I used to do gospel music and I still do. So you're going to get this gospel in your face. And then, you know, that's a part of, you know, that, because that's something, since we're talking about, you know, the history of Black music or African-American music in the United States of America and worldwide, that's something that came from Negro spirituals, came gospel music. And so we you know, we're about to knock it down, right down in front of you. Here we go. This is a mixture of jazz and inspiration. And if you could give us a little bit more volume on that track.
Boy, yeah. Recovery. What is recovery? Recovery, fix me, Jesus.
Yeah. A broken vessel admitted to intensive care. I'm sutured for my future, bandage for repair. My soul experienced triage, willed in, hanging by a spiritual thread. The enemy had leveraged me to wreckage, and I was sobbing in shreds, clinging to a hospital bed, longing for regeneration. I hungered for daily bread. Then the Lord's voice spoke to me. You are a new creation, and for you I have bled. With every word God said, the virtue of his voice led me to serene, healing waters, led me to a renewed bloodline of redeemed sons and daughters. When my wounds were wrapped, and my life was mapped, and everything from my past that happened was cast into a forgetful sea. I committed my life to Christ and I received my recovery.
A place where I can go, where we commune forevermore. Here I receive everything that I need, where we can love, peace, serenity, restoration is guaranteed. Lord, I feel so free when I'm with you. I receive recovery.
No longer in bondage to sin. Let the renewal begin. I'm restored better than before. Shekinah oozing from my pores. Some kind of healing power took over me. I'm being transformed. Fully operational, in fact, better than before. My arms are reaching for the more. No longer in a cast or splint. I received the gift of life in the eternal manner it was sent, Lord, into your hands. I commit my spirit. I have been marked as ransom for recovery. I will release a divine sound of worship. 1,000-fold has been given back in glory. What lack had devoured by the crawling, consuming, and chewing locusts has been replaced not by might or by power, but by your spirit. All things are retrieved and set in their proper place. Every crooked path aligned, every direction made straight.
A place where I can go, where we commune forevermore. Here I receive everything that I need, where we can love,
guaranteed. Restoration is guaranteed. Lord, I feel so free when I'm with you. I receive a place where I can go. I can go to receive my healing. Where love, God, is sure like sun to clouds. It changes me, it heals me, and I receive recovery.
Yeah.
Come on, play it, Robbie.
Yeah.
Here I receive everything that I need. Peace, serenity, restoration is guaranteed. Lord, I feel so free when I'm with you. I receive. Won't you receive
A place
receive
where
recovery.
where I can go.
Recovery.
Oh,
Can go.
a place
Sing to him, David.
where I can go.
Yeah.
A place where I can go.
Yeah. That's a little worship, that's a little improv, because that's so much the roots of what we do. Thank you, thank you. Can't put Rob on the keys and be like, we're not gonna sing, we won't sing. Oh, quit playing. So y'all are like, they just gonna riff after everything. Yes, we are. Yes.
Absolutely.
Because we got Rob here. That's what happens. But so since since I brought it up, that's the roots and a lot of the foundations of jazz music. But you're like, I thought this was about Florence Price. It is about Florence. But we gonna get this history, this music history, while we up in here. You know what I'm saying? So, the foundations of jazz music go off of improv, this idea of there being a vocal and instrumental conversation between musician and singer. And it goes back and forth, and we give people their space to do solos, and then we come in and we riff on it and we hit melisma, and it just makes this beautiful cacophony, if you will, of sound. So yeah, here's your 25-cent word for the day, maybe 15 cents, I'm not sure. Nickels and dimes. So this one, if y'all wanna, relax a little bit, y'all can hit some riffs if you feel inclined to, but I'm gonna handle it, chill out for a little bit. This piece is called Jazz That I Am, my favorite time in American history, which how many of y'all know Black history is American history?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. Thank you for clapping for that. One of my favorite times in American history and Black history is the Renaissance that happened up in Harlem, the Harlem Renaissance. And so I was so in love with the music and the jazz that came out of that time frame that I wrote this piece, and I'm gonna kick it off, and then Rob will come find me somewhere on in this land that I'm going to traverse. I'm gonna borrow that water one more time. Don't you change. All right. This piece is called Jazz That I Am. I'll be that saxophone I'll be that trombone. I'll be that jazz song. My voice is a microphone, phone. I am piano keys. My walk is a symphony. My heels click like a tambourine. Yeah, music is my everything. So give me jazz, jazz that I am. Give me jazz, jazz that I am. Give me jazz, jazz that I am. I am jazz, yeah. Give me a thelonious monk kind of funk to smooth my wrinkled morning blues. Cruise down my memory banks with subdued bebop bruised melodies. Rain down my soul from the heavenlies. Fat, cold drops of precipitation. I think my flesh was awaiting its creation through Coltrane stained saxophone notes chained to clay and Adam's missing rib. And as Dizzy Gillespie caressed me, molded and shaped me to the sound of supple trumpet toots, the bravado of my heart began to shoot through the roof of my mouth, and a jazzy, fat, nasty sound came spouting out. I let the pitch of it shout over Kenny Clark drum taps, having a musical spat with the rainbow in my smile. And for a while, I drowned my mind in the lines of an old Louis Armstrong song as a breath from his cheeks pushed me along. And from then on, I knew I belonged with Dexter Gordon greats. So follow me among the ranks with Charlie Parker and Johnny Hodges as their instrumental music massages my tempos, changing the tempo of my thoughts. Because lately, I've been dwelling on Duke Ellington keystrokes. Mental images float off his elegance and with relevance promote my thought patterns to lingo and limbo with Nina Simone as Cab Calloway echoes his resonance of a Heidi, Heidi, Heidi ho. Twirling in a yellow pinstripe suit with matching hat to boot. I tell you, I am a recruit for a jazzy dream team. So stream me through Doc Perry's piano pounding. Glean me in a montage of cool and big band swing. Whirl me on the surface of a melodic color scheme. Harlem mahoganies and Dutch, DC chocolate browns. Catch me up this movement of symphonic sound, and I would never come down from the very high found in my blood as it pumps. So give me a thelonious monk kind of funk, smooth, black, Billie Holiday groove, Nina Simone tune, croon from Sarah Vaughan to spawn a mid-morning press for my bunchy blues, cause I want to be smooth. So smooth, as jazz is jazz, a renovative soul, and innovative from old and inundated with cold drops of rain, just as inflamed as they, carnivorously drunk with this neoclassic thelonious monk kind of funk. So give it to me, live it through me, say it to me, play it through me. I am a vessel, an instrument, a significant infant, adolescent, and imminent woman, projecting and expressing this air-inspired art form. My body performs it every minute minute of every passing day for 4 decades. You can hear me jazz, woodwind, percussion, string with discussion, brass. Like is, baby, I am. Containing, becoming, and being pizzazz. And I have as much as with such class, a thelonious monk, kind of funk, jazz. Jazz. Jazz that I am, that I am, that I am. Robert Cooley Cockfield, y'all. He kicks it in his band called Mojo Family Soul, and they gave him the name Cooley back then because that dude is just so chill. Brings iceberg goodness everywhere he goes. So, you know, y'all probably like, when are you going to talk about Florence? Right now, actually. This piece I wrote about Florence Price. And, you know, a lot of times they spend a lot of times talking about the struggle of Blackness, the sadness, the oppression that came along with Blackness. But I want to talk about the strength, the beauty, the intelligence, the grace, the overcoming. This woman, she went through it, but she was able to accomplish so much and be the first of her kind to be celebrated in the way that she was celebrated. And so this piece is for her. It's just called Ode to Florence Price. And whatever you feel like playing, Robbie, you give us a break. You can, this is your flex moment if you want to flex on us with your classical concerto vibes. You do you back there. All right. Fingers dipped in satin, sashaying and skimming across ivories and pleasing the tenderness of intonation, melodies arrived, uniquely across time signature and scale, and we await. Breathe, baited hook, line, and sinker breath. In maritime afloat on salted ocean of sound, virtuoso. Composer, bare knuckles braced against baby grand, index curled to the tip, pinky pointed to the ceiling, gnarled bark branching out to the east and west, limbs extended to embrace the breeze like juniper trees. You bend, you hover, you bow beneath the music and uplift it. Composer. Woman, life for you has been no crystal stair, yet you pulverize the obstacles with symphonic composition. You didn't just take a seat at the table, you were standing in the orchestra pit and you let your very own concertos drift into the rafters. Let your sheets of notes stack to the ceiling. Gifted the chambers of heart and throat with the sweetest classical music. You wrote, and you wrote, and you wrote, and sound awoke to the serenade your heart was playing with the dawning of the apricot-colored day. You wrote, and you wrote, and played, and you prayed psalms in brilliant, billowing vibrato, and spoke spirituals in legato, no breath in between, smooth and pristine. You let the petitions and the pain sing God's praises in the palpitation of your heart and the pulse of your palm, pounding a profuse fortissimo and tiptoeing along into silence morindo, cornerstone of tempo, protege of instrumentalists. The universe swayed along, measure by measure. Your harmonious wave were dispensed in song, and you twinkle in the cosmos, in the throngs with other heavenly beings. Calm the morning with a litany of light. Sketch vivid pastels of angelic voices to indwell. So I acknowledge that it cost you everything, Florence Price, to prevail. Now you are the revival. You are the Renaissance for the universe of art to inhale. You and your compositions are regaled and hailed with the grandeur they've always deserved. Virtuoso, composer, woman, you are lauded with a legacy well preserved. We will preserve your legacy, Florence. Yeah. That Nicole, everyone. Woo, we're almost done. We got one more piece. That was phenomenal, Vet. I'm like, come on, just man, if y'all were going through it, this has been pure therapy. If y'all were going through some stuff, this was for y'all. Whoever was feeling some kind of way before you tuned in or walked into this room, you're welcome. We're gonna give you this. I don't even know where my paper is. It's gonna tell me what my last piece is. Fire, Spitfire. I was like, what haven't we done yet? Yeah, that was soothing. Now I'm about to wake you up. So the cool thing about this, before Robbie starts playing, a long time ago, like almost 10 years ago, Rob and I were performing. So Rob and I grew up together in the same church, New Creation Christian Fellowship. Shout out to the Copelands. Yeah. They were over there, they were like, we're gonna be cool and progressive and we wanna have a coffee shop for the young adults. So they were like, you go and do your poetry for the young adults. And Rob would always just come up with the nicest riffs behind my stuff. So I was like, you know what? We should record this. So that's how my first album came about, because Rob and I used to just get together when I would get booked to do the coffee shops at New Creation, and he composed all that music. So this music he's about to play, he actually composed it. So yeah, Spitfire. Come on with the bass notes. Fire, baby, I'm on fire, fire, fire. I'm on fire, 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 fire. Baby, I'm on fire, fire, fire. I'm on fire, fire. I spit fire to release my desire in edible, incredible formats that leave your bellies full. Consumption for the soul. Emotions from vibes, inscribe it into confections. Delicious soul-baked dejection. Heated by lips that have kissed life and given hope in a rare form of eat my tongue. Beats on the rooftop of a mouth deep rooted in the South. So the percussion has a bit of twang. Hi-hat of slow-spoken slang to drain the tempo to a toe-touched kick. The snare hits the air, sizzles and splits. The aroma of honey and incense mixes with the steam as we are inserted into a sauna of vaporizing word streams. It's hot. Baby, 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 it's hot. Burning me so hot, like fire, fire, fire. Baby, I'm on fire, fire, fire. Hot, like a virus in incubation, because molecules become incinerated by my communication. Hair follicles stand direct on skin, but singe down to the nerve end when I begin each phrase. There is a torrent of technique blazing off each page recited. Language becomes a trident that shovels sweet coals into the furnace of soul, warming up hearts and minds while shutting out the cold. And in turn, it burns me up inside, and when the heat collides with the emotion that I hold, then I deplore fire like a dragon from medieval lore, the likes of which no one can ignore, because I spit that fire, yeah. Fire. Baby, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Baby, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Fire breakdown. It gets hot like fire, and it burns like fire. Shut up in my bones like
Shut
fire.
up in my bones, yeah.
It gets hot
It
like,
gets higher.
and it feels like, shut up in my bones like fire. Yeah, sing it with us, y'all. Baby, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. It's the last time. Baby, I'm on fire. I'm on fire.